Listen carefully. Weak habits are not accidents. They are negotiated surrenders. Every time you delay, you vote against your future. Every excuse you tolerate becomes law in your mind. Machiavelli understood this before modern psychology gave it fancy names. Men do not fail from lack of potential. They fail from misplaced mercy toward themselves. Your mind is a fortress, and right now, parts of it are occupied territory. Comfort has breached the walls. Routine has dulled your weapons. Discipline has been replaced by motivation, and motivation is a fair-weather ally. Here's the cold truth most won't tell you. If your life feels out of your control, it's because you've trained yourself that way. The mind is obedient. It learns who is in charge based on what you tolerate. This channel is mental thought for a reason. We don't decorate weakness here, we eliminate it. So before we go any further, mark your identity. Comment this phrase right now. I command my habits. Don't think about it. Claim it. Part Y. The psychology of control. Understand this. Your habits are your invisible rulers. They dictate how you wake up, how you think, how you act when no one is watching. And Machiavelli warned, the man who does not rule himself will always be ruled by something weaker. Modern psychology confirms it. The brain follows patterns, not intentions. Say you want power, but repeat weak behaviors, and your mind laughs at you. Discipline is not punishment, it is domination. Every habit you kill sends a signal to your nervous system. I am in control. Every habit you excuse whispers the opposite. Most people negotiate with their weaknesses. They bargain, they delay, they hope. You don't hope your way into power. You enforce it. Cold truth, the brain respects clarity, not comfort. When consequences are immediate, habits fall in line. When consequences are optional, decay begins. This is where mental thought separates from the noise. We don't inspire, we condition. Say it with your actions, then seal it with words. Comment this phrase now. I rule my inner system. Again, comment it. Let your mind see it. Identity comes before behavior. Stay sharp. Part 2 is where we start cutting deep. Part 2, discipline as a weapon. If you want power, remove choice from your life. Choice is where weakness hides. Discipline is where power lives. Machiavelli knew that control is never emotional. It is systematic, intentional, and ruthless when required. Weak habits survive because you keep debating them. You ask how you feel. You negotiate tomorrow. You wait for motivation like a subordinate waiting for orders. Power does not wait. Power acts. Your mind is not your friend. It is a trained animal. It responds to reward, consequence, repetition. Train it softly, it grows lazy. Train it sharply, it becomes lethal. This is cold psychology, not inspiration. Repetition creates identity. Identity creates obedience. When you move, your brain must follow. No discussion, no delay. Here is the Machiavellian rule. Remove escape routes. Make discipline the only option. When comfort is unavailable, execution becomes natural. At mental thought, we don't rely on willpower. We engineer inevitability. Set systems that make weakness expensive. Miss a standard, pay immediately. Pain trains faster than promises. Comment this phrase right now. I execute without hesitation. Write it like a contract with yourself. Your brain records declarations. Understand this. Habits don't die from motivation. They die from consistent pressure. You become untouchable when your internal order is unquestionable, when action happens automatically, when excuses have nowhere to exist. Every repetition is a vote. Every action sharpens authority. Every hesitation erodes command. Power is accumulated quietly, daily, through behavior no one applauds. This is dominance, built in silence while others talk and sleep. This is how empires are trained internally, patiently, relentlessly. Comment it again. I move, I execute, I dominate. Stay focused. Part 3 will teach you how to weaponize solitude with precision and absolute psychological control for lasting dominance. No mercy for weakness, ever. Part 3. Solitude as a force multiplier. Solitude is not loneliness, it is strategic isolation. Machiavelli understood that power is refined away from noise, The crowd dilutes intention. Silence sharpens it. Weak men fear being alone with their thoughts. Strong men weaponize it. When you remove distraction, your mind has nowhere to run. Every flaw surfaces. Every excuse is exposed. This is where weak habits panic. Solitude creates psychological pressure. Pressure creates clarity. Clarity creates dominance. At Mental Fort, we use isolation intentionally, not to escape the world, but to outgrow it. When you sit alone, without stimulation, your nervous system rewires. Dopamine resets. Discipline becomes calmer. Decisions become colder. Here is dark psychology most never learn. Uninterrupted solitude increases authority over yourself. The brain begins to associate silence with control. Noise becomes unnecessary. Validation becomes irrelevant. This is why leaders throughout history isolated themselves before decisive action. Kings, strategists, conquerors. Power is born in quiet rooms. Your habits reveal themselves in solitude. If you reach for distraction, that is a weakness demanding execution. Kill it repeatedly, and the urge loses strength. Comment this phrase now. I am dangerous in silence. Let your mind read it. Let it take root. Solitude is where you rehearse dominance. Visualize execution. Reconstruct identity. Strip emotional excess. Precision replaces chaos. The modern world fears silence because silence reveals truth. Truth is uncomfortable. Comfort is addictive. Power rejects both. When you can sit alone without stimulation, without impatience, without weakness rising to the surface, you become untouchable. Nothing external can control you because nothing internal is uncontrolled. This is masculine stoicism actualized, calm, contained, deliberate. Remember this, whoever controls their internal environment cannot be manipulated by the external one. That is real freedom. That is real power. Comment it again. Silence sharpens me. Isolation is not permanent. It is preparatory. You enter solitude to return superior. Sharper focus, heavier presence, unshakable composure. Those who cannot survive alone will always beg the crowd for permission. Solitude forges internal hierarchy. Thought obeys discipline. Emotion falls in line. Identity hardens under repetition, pressure, and silence alone. No applause builds this man. No audience witnesses the process. Only results announce his arrival. This is inner empire building. Prepare yourself. Part 4 will dismantle emotional decision-making completely. Discipline will become automatic. Weak habits will have no territory left to exist. Part 4. Emotions are poor leaders. Emotions feel wise. They are not. They evolved to react, not to rule. Machiavelli knew that rulers who obey emotion become predictable, and predictability invites control. Your weak habits survive because emotions vote first. Tired, you quit. Bored, you escape. Uncomfortable, you rationalize. Emotion makes a terrible strategist. Cold psychology demands hierarchy. Thought above feeling. Command above impulse. Action above explanation. This is not suppression. This is containment. You do not eliminate emotion. You assign it a lower rank. When emotion leads, consistency collapses. When rules lead, momentum becomes automatic. Stoic strength is quiet obedience to principles, not dramatic resistance. At Mental Fort, we do not ask how we feel. We ask what must be done. Feelings update later. Here is the tactic. Pre-decide everything important. Remove emotional input from critical moments. Schedule discipline. Limit options. Build routines that execute regardless of mood. Weak habits starve when emotion loses authority. Modern neuroscience confirms it. Decision fatigue feeds impulsivity. Fewer choices equal stronger follow-through. Power is simplified behavior. Comment this phrase now. I act without emotional permission. Write it exactly. Let identity set the rules. Understand the Machiavellian edge. People manipulated by emotion are easily manipulated by others. Control your feelings, and outside influence weakens. Detachment is not coldness, it is selective engagement. You choose when emotion speaks and when it stays silent. Train this daily. When resistance rises, act anyway. When motivation drops, continue. Each repetition teaches your nervous system that emotion is advisory, not executive. Comment it again. Emotion informs me. Discipline commands me. Eventually, excuses stop forming. The brain stops asking. Execution becomes default. This is how weak habits die quietly. No drama, no battle, just irrelevance. You become dangerous, not because you feel strong, but because you move without needing to feel anything at all. Calm, relentless, precise. Power respects those who do not bargain with their internal chaos. This philosophy hardens you. Days become quieter, reactions slow, presence deepens. Others feel it before understanding it. They sense boundaries they cannot cross. This is psychological gravity earned through repetition, not ego, not bravado, order. When your inner world is aligned, the outer world responds differently. Opportunities appear. Conflict diminishes. Resistance from others fades because there is nothing emotional to push against. You are no longer loud. You are solid. Every decision reflects prior standards. Every action compounds trust in yourself. This self-trust becomes authority. Authority becomes momentum. Momentum becomes reputation. And reputation becomes leverage you never announce. That is real dominance. Silent, consistent, earned daily. No approval required. No explanation given. Only results left behind. Respect follows patterns others cannot break. Internal order is freedom disguised as routine. Master it, and weakness has nowhere to hide, ever again. You are becoming deliberate, unreadable, unmovable. This is the advantage. Few achieve it. Most never try. Stay locked in. Part 5 will show you how to exploit consistency until your habits work for you, even when you are tired, stressed, or distracted. Part 5. Consistency is the real weapon. Consistency is not exciting. That's why it works. Motivation is loud and unreliable. Consistency is silent and undefeated. Machiavelli understood this. Power belongs to the one who returns every day. Not the most talented, not the most emotional, the most consistent. Weak habits don't survive intensity. They survive gaps, missed days, delay standards, soften rules, and weakness breathes. Remove gaps and weakness suffocates. At Mental Fort, consistency is non-negotiable. You don't wait to feel ready. You move because yesterday you decided today would happen. Psychology backs this up. The brain trusts patterns more than promises. Repeat behavior, resistance drops. Break patterns, doubt resurfaces instantly. This is why inconsistency feels harmless until it costs everything. Comment this phrase now. I am repetition embodied. Write it. Identity forms through repetition before results appear. Here's the cold method. Same rules, same time, same execution. Remove choice, reduce thinking, make behavior automatic. Consistency turns discipline into reflex. Anyone can act once. Few act when tired, stressed, unrecognized. That's where dominance compounds. When you remain consistent under pressure, your nervous system adapts. Stress stops controlling you. Action becomes neutral, calm, mechanical. Comment this now. I am stable under pressure. Stability is intimidating. Emotional people leak intent. Consistent people don't. Your presence grows heavier without effort. Track actions, not feelings. Write everything down. Visibility creates obedience. Become your own observer. Machiavelli favored surveillance for a reason. What is watched improves. Comment this. I audit myself daily. Over time, habits stop needing force. Systems carry you forward even when energy collapses. This is when self-trust forms. Most men lack confidence because they break promises to themselves. Every kept word sharpens authority. Every broken one weakens command. Comment now. My word is final. Consistency simplifies life. Choices disappear. Behavior defaults. Routine doesn't cage you. It armors you. This is freedom disguised as discipline. Weak habits cannot survive sustained structure. not against pressure, not against repetition, not against you. Comment this final phrase: consistency makes me untouchable. If this strengthened your mindset, like the video, subscribe to Mental Fort, and turn on notifications. Power compounds for those who return. Part 6. Identity is the final battle. Everything you've learned so far leads here. Habits, discipline, consistency, control. But none of it holds unless identity is rebuilt. This is the final battlefield. Machiavelli understood this deeply. Control behavior long enough and the man changes. Identity bends last, but when it bends, it locks permanently. Most people try to change habits without changing who they believe they are. That is why relapse happens. The old identity always pulls behavior back. Power requires replacing the self, not motivating it. Your brain defends identity above comfort, logic, and truth. If you see yourself as undisciplined, you will unconsciously sabotage discipline. If you see yourself as controlled, action aligns automatically. This is dark psychology applied inward. You do not argue with your mind, you condition it. At Mental Fort, we rebuild identity through evidence. Repetition creates proof. Proof reshapes belief. Belief becomes self-image. Self-image dictates behavior without effort. Comment this phrase now: I am who I repeatedly prove. Write it deliberately. Your brain tracks consistency, not desire. Identity is changed in silence, no announcements, no validation. Every completed action becomes subconscious authority. The mind begins protecting the new identity aggressively. Weak habits feel foreign. Resistance loses credibility. This is when discipline stops feeling heavy. You are no longer pulling yourself forward. You are defending who you've become. The old self panics here. It attempts nostalgia, comfort, rationalization. This is the death rattle. Do not negotiate. Replace behavior faster than thought. Here is the rule: act before reflection. Reflection reinforces identity. Action overwrites it. When you move without hesitation, identity updates afterward. Comment now: I act first, I adjust later. This is masculine stoicism refined. Quiet execution, minimal explanation, emotional restraint. Results speak privately first, publicly last. Identity also controls boundaries. When your self-image solidifies, tolerance drops. You stop entertaining distractions. You stop explaining standards. You stop seeking approval. Others feel this shift, not because you announce it, but because consistency creates presence. Presence creates psychological weight. This is why disciplined men change rooms without speaking. They are not forceful. They are final. The mind follows authority. When you watch yourself execute daily, authority becomes permanent. You trust yourself. Trust eliminates internal debate. Debate is weakness disguised as thought. Comment this phrase now: I trust my execution. Say it again. The mind learns through repetition. Freedom emerges here. Not freedom from rules, but freedom from internal conflict. You are no longer fighting yourself. Energy consolidates, focus sharpens, life simplifies. Weak habits collapse without resistance because there is no identity left to host them. This is the inner empire Machiavelli implied, but never named. Total internal alignment, thought, action, standard, identity. Once built, it does not collapse easily. Stress reveals strength. Pressure hardens resolve. Discomfort becomes familiar territory. You stop asking if something is hard. You ask if it is aligned. That is power. Comment this final identity anchor: I live by alignment. This is the last step. Not motivation, not hype. Alignment enforced daily until identity becomes unquestionable. You are not becoming someone new. You are removing who you were trained to be. If this series fortified your mind, like the video, subscribe to Mental Fort and turn on notifications. This is not content. This is conditioning. Power belongs to those who return. Part 7. Pressure reveals power. Pressure is not your enemy. It is the examiner. Comfort lies. Pressure exposes. Machiavelli respected crisis because only pressure reveals loyalty, discipline, and true strength. Men believe they are solid until resistance arrives. Then truth shows its teeth. Weak habits hide in comfort. Pressure drags them into the open. Fatigue, stress, uncertainty, isolation. These are not obstacles, they are audits. Most men collapse here because their discipline was conditional. It existed only when life cooperated. But power is built for disorder. At Mental Fort, pressure is used deliberately. We don't avoid stress, we train inside it, because whatever you can do under pressure becomes who you are permanently. Your nervous system adapts quickly. The first exposure feels intense. The second becomes manageable. The third becomes normal. What once felt heavy becomes baseline. This is how soldiers are forged, not through motivation, through repeated exposure. Pressure strips excess emotion. It crushes fantasy. It reveals the exact quality of your identity. And identity either holds or fractures. Comment this phrase now. Pressure introduces me. Write it clearly. Your mind needs to hear it. Here is the rule. Never relieve pressure with escape. Relieve it with execution. When pressure rises, act faster. Do not pause to interpret emotion. Emotion will mislead you. Action stabilizes the nervous system. Hesitation amplifies stress. Dark psychology teaches this clearly. The brain panics when it senses loss of control. Action restores control. Even imperfect action. Under pressure, simplicity is power. Fewer options, fewer words, fewer movements. Complexity breeds hesitation. Precision ends it. Watch powerful men under pressure. They slow down. They speak less. They move deliberately. They do not rush emotionally. They execute methodically. Pressure exposes habits instantly. When tired, what do you reach for? When stressed, what do you avoid? When overwhelmed, what collapses? Those answers define your current identity honestly. Do not judge them, replace them. The key is repetition under constraint. Same standards, same execution, even when energy is low, especially then. Comment this phrase now. I perform under strain. Say it again later. Identity updates under stress faster than comfort. Pressure also reveals leadership. First, internally. When chaos hits, who commands your mind? Emotion or standards? Old habits or new systems? The moment pressure arrives, you decide who leads. Decide once, enforce daily. Machiavelli warned that unstable rulers crumble during crisis. Inner instability collapses first. You must become internally governed, rules over moods, execution over explanation. Eventually, pressure loses its leverage. What once overwhelmed you becomes familiar terrain. You stop reacting, you respond. This is power maturation. Others will notice without knowing why. They feel calm around you, or intimidated, or both. Because you do not leak anxiety, pressure stays inside your command. Comment now. Stress sharpens me. There is a threshold moment. One day you realize pressure no longer scares you. It focuses you. It narrows the world into executable actions only. At that point, weak habits stop appearing. They cannot survive in high-order systems. Pressure becomes fuel. Discomfort becomes signal. Challenge becomes routine. This is how untouchable men are formed, not by avoiding difficulty, by metabolizing it. Every hard day compounds authority. Every controlled response reinforces identity. You no longer seek easy days, you seek productive ones. Remember this, pressure does not create character. It reveals the systems you built quietly beforehand. Build them now, maintain them daily. Comment this final phrase, I am calm in chaos. If this hardened you, like the video, subscribe to Mental Fort and turn on notifications. Pressure is coming anyway. Be ready. Part 8. Systems create invincible men. Power is not willpower. Willpower breaks. Systems do not. Machiavelli never trusted emotion, motivation, or inspiration. He trusted structures. Systems outlive moods, excuses, and chaos. A man with systems becomes inevitable. A man without them becomes reactive, no matter how talented. Weak habits survive where systems are absent. They thrive in ambiguity. They feed on unplanned time, vague goals, flexible standards. Structure starves them. At Mental Fort, we do not rely on discipline alone. Discipline is upgraded into systems. Systems remove choice. Choice is where weakness hides. A system tells you when to wake, what to do, how to respond, and when to stop. It does not ask your opinion. It executes regardless of how you feel. This is cold power psychology. Reduce thinking, reduce negotiation, increase automation. Your mind is efficient, but lazy. It will always choose the easiest available option. Systems dictate which option exists. When only discipline is available, discipline becomes natural. Comment this phrase now: I live by systems. Write it. Your brain remembers declarations. Systems must be simple. Complexity invites avoidance. One rule per domain. Clear triggers, clear actions, clear consequences. Morning system, work system, training system, recovery system, review system. Nothing left to chance. Consistency becomes permanent when systems close every exit. This is how pressure stops breaking you. Systems perform even when energy is low. They carry you forward when motivation is dead. Most men fail because they expect self-control to equal structure. It never does. Structure replaces self-control entirely. Here is the Machiavellian advantage. Systems create predictability internally and unpredictability externally. Others cannot read you because you do not fluctuate. You no longer react emotionally, you respond structurally. Comment this phrase now: structure commands me. Say it again. Identity follows repetition. Systems also eliminate guilt. When standards are clear, there is only execution or correction. No drama, no shame. Miss a step. Adjust. Continue. Emotion is bypassed entirely. This is masculine stoicism applied practically. Calm, ordered, deliberate. Over time, systems reprogram identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You become someone who executes automatically. Weak habits feel alien because systems leave them no entry point. This is internal security. Your day becomes predictable. Your output becomes consistent. Your presence becomes grounded. Others feel it. They may not understand it, but they feel it. Reliability creates gravity. Gravity commands respect. Comment now: I am internally organized. Systems must be reviewed. Daily audit, weekly adjustment, no exceptions. Machiavelli respected feedback loops because power without inspection decays. Self-review keeps authority sharp. Ask one question nightly: did the system execute? Not, did you feel good? Not, did you try? Did it execute? Correction replaces emotion. Over time, you stop forcing progress. Progress becomes default. This is when life simplifies. Less chaos, fewer decisions, lower stress, higher output. You are no longer trying to be strong. Strength is built into your environment. This is why systems are feared. They remove ego and replace it with results. Men who dominate their systems dominate outcomes quietly. Comment this phrase now: my environment enforces strength. Say it clearly. At this level, discipline is no longer visible. It is assumed. You do not discuss it. You live inside it. Consistency becomes boring. Boring becomes powerful. Weak habits cannot negotiate with systems. They are blocked automatically. This is how men become untouchable. Not emotional, not extreme, just relentlessly structured. If this expanded your control, like the video, subscribe to Mental Fort, and turn on notifications. Systems are built once and refined daily. Part 9 will show you how to weaponize time itself. Return prepared. Part 9. Time is the ultimate leverage. Time is the only force that never negotiates. It moves whether you act with discipline or decay in comfort. Machiavelli understood this clearly. Power is not seized in dramatic moments. It is accumulated quietly by those who respect time as a weapon, not a luxury. Weak habits survive because time is treated casually. Hours disappear without structure. Days pass without intention. Nothing collapses suddenly. It erodes. Time does not ruin men. Misused time does. At Mental Fort, time is not spent. It is weaponized. Every hour must answer to a standard, not chaos. Productivity, direction, precision, control. When time is intentional, effort multiplies. When time is loose, weakness spreads. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Results are not created by intensity, but by where your attention repeatedly goes. Not once, repeatedly. Time exposes your true priorities without mercy. If your time drifts, your identity drifts with it. Comment this phrase now: I command my time. Machiavellian strategy treats time like capital. The disciplined man invests early, compounds quietly, and collects strength later while others scramble. The impatient man consumes now and pays endlessly. Patience is not inactivity, it is controlled delay. You wait while building, you stay silent while constructing leverage, you move without announcing. This is masculine stoicism in motion. Time must be blocked. Fixed hours, fixed rules, fixed execution. Training happens when scheduled. Work happens regardless of mood. Rest is intentional, never accidental. When the clock decides, emotion is removed. Weak habits lose negotiation power. The mind respects rhythm. Give it structure, and resistance weakens. Comment this phrase now: my hours obey structure. Time mastery also requires subtraction. Eliminate what adds no progress. Remove noise that stimulates without strengthening. Cut obligations that drain focus without return. Focus is earned by what you refuse. Machiavelli warned against overreach. He who tries to control everything controls nothing. Power grows from narrow focus applied relentlessly. One priority, one direction, one execution. Momentum follows. When time, systems, and standards align, effort feels lighter. Stress decreases. Progress accelerates. Not because life is easy, but because friction is gone. Eventually, leverage appears. Small daily actions create disproportionate results. Strength compounds invisibly. Skill sharpens in silence. Position improves without announcement. Others call it luck. It is not. Comment now: I build quietly. Time punishes inconsistency. One missed action means little. Repeated neglect rewires self-doubt. Weak habits survive on forgiveness. Time does not forgive. Every kept commitment sharpens authority. Every delay corrodes it. There is dominance in time control. When you are never rushed, you project command. When you arrive prepared, others adjust unconsciously. Time pressure manipulates emotional men. Structured men remain calm. Comment this phrase now: I am never rushed. Time will pass no matter what. The only decision is whether it will erode you or compound for you. Comment this final phrase: time compounds in my favor. If this sharpened your discipline, like the video, subscribe to Mental Fort, and turn on notifications. Power belongs to those who return.